Jade. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. Will you tell me a little bit about what you're experiencing, any pain or any injuries that you have at the moment?
My lower back is feeling a bit tight,
Mm-hmm.
and when I cross my legs, my one upper leg is tight as well.
Is there any like pinching or nervy sensations like burning, tingling or anything like that? Or is it mainly just tightness?
It's mainly tightness.
Okay, cool. And any other issues, shoulders, upper spine, jaw?
Jaw, I hold the tension in my jaw.
Okay. Have you always held tension in your jaw? Is it something recent that's kind of happened with the low back tightness?
No, I think it's just maybe the way I'm sleeping sometimes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you do lots of sitting during the day or is it?
Unfortunately.
Okay, there it is. And you said it's just the right side. When you say that you cross your legs, is it crossing like this or crossing like this?
Yeah, crossing both over each other.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it's just along the front top of the thigh.
Yes.
Lovely. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a roll down. It's just going to help me see if there's any like movement issues in the spine or where the tightness might be coming from. And if I still need to see something else, then I'm going to check in a different position. Okay. Any point during the intervention exercises, if you're feeling any pain or any discomfort, just let me know so that I can just try and accommodate and adapt for you.
Okay.
All right. So to start with your roll down, you're going to stand and you're going to face the wall for me.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. You're going to stand with your feet fist width apart. So when we find our fist width, you start with your feet together. You make a small V position in your feet, a little bit smaller than that. Lovely. And then you're going to widen your heels so that your feet are now parallel. Good. You have even train tracks on the inside of those feet. You're going to start by finding length in your spine, like someone's trying to draw your head off your shoulders. Take a deep breath in while keeping your shoulders relaxed and exhale gently. Draw your chin to your chest. You're going to curl down towards the floor as if you're peeling your spine off an imaginary wall, one bone at a time. Lovely. And we're going to see how far down we can go without bending in those knees. Good. But I do want you to just soften your knees slightly so they're not locked. Good. Then we take a nice deep breath in here and we exhale to slowly curl back up again, drawing your abdominals gently in and curling up one bone at a time. Lovely. Then I want you to do one more for me. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, gently draw your chin to chest, curl down towards the floor one bone at a time. Are you feeling any tightness in your back when you do this?
Somewhat in the middle.
Kind of like here.
Yes.
Alrighty. Slightly draw your chin in for me. Does it make the tightness worse?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to shift your weight into your toes so that your heels are nice and light. Does it make the tightness worse?
No.
Good. Take a nice deep breath in and then exhale. Slowly curl back up again, stacking your spine, gently wrapping your thighs and tucking your bum under as you stack one bone at a time. Good. I've made a little mental checkpoint where your fingertips are so we can see at the end of class. You're going to come and lie down on your back for me, please. Starting with your knees bent. Lovely. So we're going to go into what we call the bridge position. So your feet are once again fist width. So if you're not quite sure if they are or not, once again, you can bring them together and make a small V position and then widen those heels. Good. Bring your feet slightly closer towards your bum so that they are lovely fist width apart. So we're going to start with what we call articulation of the spine. It seems as if it's more your thoracic muscles, so the muscles that come from here and then they run all the way up alongside your spine that are tight, but we're going to be working with the full spine just to make sure that we release in all directions and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to pick 3 interventions for you that you can also do at home and then we'll see at the end how you're feeling. Okay, so you press your arms down into the sides of your body. Gently reach your fingertips longer towards your toes so that your shoulders are lengthening out of your ears. Beautiful. And I want you to keep the connection with your back body. So you're making sure that you connect all the way along your arms and you don't pop your wrists up. Taking a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, start by tucking your tailbone under, flatten your back against the mat. Good. Hold here for a second. So in Pilates, what we also want to focus on is drawing the rib cage together. Beautiful. It's what we call closing the ribs, while also making sure that we draw the shoulder blades down. That's a hard part, trying to find that connection. Yeah. If you've got lots of tightness to the front side of your body, when you try to close those ribs, the shoulders are going to want to pop up. Okay, now take a deep breath in here, and as you exhale, lift your bum up off of the mat, peel your spine off one bone at a time. Good. Hold it here for me. When we're in the top part here, once again, we want to knit those ribs together. Tuck your tailbone even more, like you're trying to pull your pubic bone towards your face. Yes. Can you feel those glutes engage? Okay. Then we take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, think about melting down from the upper spine first, middle spine, lower spine, bum. Good. And then you're going to press your bum slightly more into the mat, so you go into neutral pelvis. Good. Neutral pelvis is when your pubic bone and your hip bone's on the same level, like you're resting a teacup there. Okay. Take a nice deep breath in again. Once again, open those shoulders. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, flatten your back slowly. So flatten the back all the way. Yes, knit those ribs together. There we go. Then we take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, lift your bum up. Slowly peel your spine off as you keep those ribs drawing in. Beautiful. Then we take a nice deep breath in here, and we exhale to slowly melt back down. Are you experiencing any pain in this position?
No.
Good. No tightness.
No tightness. No.
Lovely. We're going to do 2 more here just to get that articulation. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, flatten your back. Slowly peel your spine off 1 bone at a time. Beautiful. Hold it here. Once again, watch those ribs. Yes. Don't worry. Everyone's got a towel. And then we exhale, slowly melt back down again. Mine's my shoulders. They live in my ears.
Mine too, apparently.
Just for this position. We'll see in the later ones. Good. Open up the shoulders a bit more. Good. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck that tailbone. Scoop your abdominals. Slowly peel that spine off. Beautiful. Keeping that connection to the ribs. Lift your bum a little bit higher. Beautiful. And then we take a nice deep breath in and exhale, slowly melt back down again. 1 bone at a time. Good. Okay, we're going to adjust those shoulders once again. So just reach your fingertips down to your toes. Lovely. Squeeze your feet, knees, toes together. So now that we've got some articulation, feet as well, we're going to work a little bit on our rotation in the spine. Okay. Lift so that you're on your tiptoes for me. So just your tiptoes.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, now I want you to keep your legs squeezing together. We don't want the knees to slide past each other. So you inhale, sway your knees down towards your left-hand side. As you sway, your top foot is going to lift up so that you can keep those knees squeezing together. Yes, opposite hip lifts, and we keep those shoulders drawn down. Good. And then we exhale to come back to center. Beautiful. And then you go the other direction. Inhale to sway, lift that top foot off so that you can keep those knees connected. Good. Hold here for a second. Lengthen more out of your top leg. Yes. But keep that ribs drawing down. Yes. And then exhale to come back. So this one is less about how far you go and more about trying to stay and keep that connection so that you can engage the abdominals in that rotation. Okay. Let's do 2 more here before we go into the full exercise. This is just teaching the exercise movement.
It's warm up.
Yeah, it is the warm up. Inhale to sway. Beautiful. Keep those ribs drawing in. Yes. And then exhale to come back. Beautiful. Last one. Inhale to sway. Opposite side. Once again, you're lengthening out of that top leg. Good. And exhale it back. Lovely. Now for the full exercise, we're going to reach our arms out to the sides. Good. Bring your fingertips a little bit down so that they're not so high up. Good. Press down. Knit those ribs. Good. So when I say knit the ribs, it's not about tucking the tailbone under. It's just take a deep breath out. Yes, there it is. Good. Take these fingertips just a little bit down. Good. Now we're going to take a nice deep breath in. On our breath out, you're going to lift your right leg into a tabletop position, which is when your knee is bent at a 90-degree angle over your hips. Good. Shin is parallel to the floor, hence tabletop. Breathe out. Yes, good. Then we breathe in, feel the ribs expand to the sides, and then exhale, lift your opposite leg up into tabletop as well. Good. Now, when you lift, I just want you to hold here for a second. Breathe in, feel your ribs expand. As you exhale, think about drawing your lower abdominals away from your tights, like they're just melting down to the floor. Yes, good. Even slower than that. I know it's tough with the legs up. Inhale. This is transverse activation. Exhale, gently draw them down, slow and controlled. Yes, beautiful. Okay. Now think about that when you're doing your sway. Okay. We inhale, you're going to sway your knees towards me, lifting up your opposite hip like the previous exercise. Good. Pause here. Lengthen that top leg. Yes. Shoulder stays down. And exhale to come back to center. Good. Inhale to sway to the opposite side. Once again, lengthen through that top hip and exhale it back. Beautiful. So here you might feel some tightness in that spine, okay? Because this is going into that thoracic spine where you feel that tightness. So we inhale and sway. Beautiful. And exhale, draw it back. And once again, tightness is okay because we do want to mobilize it a bit. Right. Inhale to sway as long as it's not discomfort. Good. Stop. Lengthen that top leg. Yes. And then draw it back. Gently sinking those abdominals. Let's do one more to each side. I know those abs are starting to get tired. Inhale to sway to me. Good. Remember, lengthen this top leg. Yes. And exhale it back. Watch those shoulders. Last one here. Inhale to sway. Good. And exhale to draw it back. Good. Gently lower one leg down onto the mat. And then your opposite leg down onto the mat. Good. Bring your arms down by your side. So those are two exercises that you can do. One is for what we call flexion extension of the spine, which is the articulation. Then we did the side rotation, which was that sway. You can do it with your feet on the floor or in tabletop. Tabletop is just a harder version. You could feel, we get some abs going on in there. How's the tightness feeling now?
Yeah, better. Good. Actually, yeah.
Did it feel a bit easier the more you did, that it got a little bit less and less tight?
Yeah, when you follow the instructions of the chest down, oh goodness,
shoulders down,
shoulders down, ribs in. Yes, then.
So the reason why that happens is because when you, and I'm going to go to the side so you can see me, but when your shoulders pop forward and the ribs pop out, then what happens is this part of the spine actually contracts the muscles. So if we bring the ribs in and shoulders back, we get more of a natural curve in the spine, which helps to release those muscles a bit. Okay, we're going to go for our last exercise, which is called mermaid. This one we're going to do in seated. So you're going to come and sit up for me. So mermaid, there's a couple ways that you can do it. I'm going to show you with when we have a 90-90 position, because I think it'll give you the best movement in your spine. So you can just turn to face the door for me. For this exercise, we're going to start with our left leg out, so we're making a 90-degree angle, and then your right foot connects onto your left leg. Good. The reason why I also want to do this is because you do sit a lot. So we want to try and open up those hips, because you were saying as well that you get some tightness into that hip. You might be feeling it now. You might feel it worse when you go to the other side just because of that internal rotation. Okay, so when you're here, we're trying to see if we can anchor both of our bum bones down onto the mat. Okay, we want to keep both of those bum bones down. This exercise we're going to do to both sides. So you're going to lift your arms out into a T position for me. Lovely. And we sink those shoulders away from those ears. Beautiful. Inhale, you're going to first lower your hand down onto your ankle. So your left hand onto your left ankle. Reach your opposite arm up to the sky as you breathe in, and then you reach over towards that leg. Good. Bending through your spine. Beautiful. Those ribs are gently drawing in, and we relax the shoulder that we're going towards. Then you exhale, come back up into a T. Good. Inhale, lower your right hand down onto the mat, and then you're going to bend your elbow as you lift and lengthen over to the opposite side. Good. Take this hand a little bit further away from me. Beautiful. And then you can bend this elbow so we can get a nice little stretch, keeping that side body down. Yes. And then we come back. Exhale into a T, and inhale, lower your hand onto your foot. Reach your right arm up, palm faces the wall, and we reach over, sinking those shoulders, translating through the ribs. So you want to imagine like you're lengthening as you go, but not through the shoulder. Yeah, that's the tough bit. There we go. Good. And then come back up and exhale, reach over to the opposite side. Hand comes down, gently lower, you bend your elbow, as you reach over. Good. Come up a little bit for me. Yes, there. We find length through that spine, and we try and sink here. There it is. Good. Can you feel that?
Yeah, I can feel that.
Okay, and then you're coming back up to the ceiling. Lovely. You can lower your arms. Let's switch legs. So you're going to change your legs to the opposite direction. Good. And then once again, we make sure we anchor those hip bones down. How does it feel in this hip?
Yeah, this one's tighter.
Yeah, it wants to pop up. So that's why I kind of like this position for mermaid for you, because it helps to get that rotation in your hip and the stretch. Okay. Once again, we start with our arms into a T position, shoulders sinking, ribs drawing in. Good. Then you're going to inhale. Once again, we start with the ankle. So you're going to lower your right hand down onto your ankle, reach your left arm up to the sky, palm is facing the wall as you reach over, and you're reaching through that side body. Yes, good. Sink that shoulder down, your elbow can come towards your side. And exhale, come back out into a T. Inhale, lower your left arm down. And once again, think about reaching over. Yes, like you want to translate those ribs down. Hold it here for a second. Sink this hip down. Good. Reach this arm long, and then just look forward for me so you're not tilting in the head. And then you're going to come back again. Exhale into a T. Last two here. Inhale, lower your hand down onto your ankle. Reach your opposite arm up and over. As you reach over, sinking into, yes. Oh, look at this beautiful mermaid. And coming back into a T. Last one here. Inhale to lower your hand down onto the mat. Lengthen through your spine as you reach over while still anchoring your hip down. Good. So it's almost as if you want to squish your ribcage there. Oh, yes. Yeah. Good. You can feel that. And then coming all the way back up. Lovely. You can just cross your legs for me. So I just want to show you what I was doing with your ribs, because sometimes it's hard to do when you don't see it. So when you were reaching over, essentially the movement that we were doing is through the rib cage. So you're kind of doing like this translating movement before you reach up and over, as opposed to just coming down, because then it actually squishes the one side of the body. So when you hear, it's like a zips across of the body. So you can try that in the mirror when you're at home as well, just to make sure that you're not just bending over, but you're actually lengthening and translating through your ribs as you bend. Okay. Let's have a look at our roll down and see how we're doing. Okay. So we're going to stand up again. Lovely. We can stand facing the wall. Once again, we find fist width. So you can start with your feet together, make a small V position, and then we widen those heels to parallel. Beautiful. We start growing up tall through the crown of the head, taking a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth as you draw your chin to chest. Slowly curl down towards the floor, one bone at a time. Lovely. Keeping your weight shifted through to your toes. Keep that chin slightly tucked in. Oh, we got a little bit more movement here. How's that feeling to you?
Yeah, that feels good.
Good. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, slowly curl back up again, stacking that spine one bone at a time. Beautiful. Did it feel like it was easier than the first time?
It did. Yeah.
And that was just after 3 exercises. Imagine a full class. So you can see that with the exercises we did as well, it's not just stretching. So we're working on with that pelvic curl, the strength in the lower body to help support the spine so that the back muscles are not working so hard. And it also mobilizes your spine, because especially, I mean, we're all guilty of this. Sitting all day on phones, in cars, we don't move. You're just stuck in one position. So we need to move that spine so that those muscles can actually relax. Likewise, your sways, a lot of abdominal and core activation to help decompress and lengthen that spine so that those back muscles, once again, aren't working so hard. We just had that last one, which is the nice stretch, which we do need, because we need to get that body moving. So you got your body moving and feeling a bit more mobile.
Yeah, I know that I do have a sway back. So when it comes to like the core and the adjusting the top half and the bottom half, I know I'm usually very swayish.
Yes.
So this is to know where to tuck and where to lift is very helpful.
You'll probably find as well that's why your automatic is you want to flare your ribs. Exactly. Because with the sway back, you tend to lean, and then the ribs want to pop.
That's exactly what I do this all the time. Consciously
trying to lengthen.